And we are live. Okay, so where we last left off is the group are currently hiding out in the little shack where these orphans are. And yeah, so what are you guys plan? What are you guys gonna do?
Adrian's just reading that shadow book on shadows.
Alright. What are you looking for specifically in the book?
How to manipulate them.
Roll an intelligence check for me.
Okay. Intelligence +0. 19. Nice.
Okay, not bad. You look through some of the pages, and there is a section on how to manipulate and use shadows in spells and enchantments. So yeah, it gives you step by steps what the materials you need and everything to at least do an enchantment to an item, to an object. For magic, you need specific materials and a stone specifically built for this, for casting shadow magic.
What kind of stone?
Stone? You need a. I will put it in the game chat. You need a black dusk stone for shadow magic and enchantment. You need a black dusk stone for shadow magic and enchantments for that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Okay. Did it say where I could find one? Or how I can get one?
It says that it is rare to find on the surface. However, it can be located within the underground in the
Underdark?
the Underdark. Thank you. As well as the
Shadowfall?
Yes, as well.
Mm.
Most likely also where the Shadowfell touches the material plane.
Yeah, yeah.
Not sure if Adrian would want to go to Shadowfell.
Yep.
Chances
Well,
are the
actually,
easiest
if
place would be where they touch then.
Yeah. Well,
Or
actually,
the Underdark.
if I went with the original, how if I went with the original flavor text for the Hexblade instead of making my own kind of story with you, DM, I could have maybe like contacted my patron and asked them for help. Since
If you want to, roll a wisdom check to see if you could contact your patron, and he might give you a aid in locating a good chunk of black dusk stone.
just a straight wisdom.
Yeah, just a straight wisdom check.
Oh, natural one.
So yeah, you could also spend your inspiration to re-roll, or you could just.
Sure, yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, I'm not telling you what to do. It's your choice.
Nah, I'll use it. There we go, 18.
Okay, you manage to make a general connection. So you're kind of like meditating, and you just hear his voice, not exactly a projection, but you just hear his voice. You seek the black dusk stone. May I inquire why you seek this material?
I need a new sword. The sword that I currently have is currently not very effective against that pirate captain we talked about earlier.
Indeed, it is true. He is corrupted by a type of magic. Believe it or not, that magic is quite similar to the Black Dusk Stone. Probably you could use it against him. I will see what I could do in order to locate dirt on your material plane, but I will give you the ability to at least detect it when you're in close proximity of it. You just hear a ding. You are now able to at least sense it. But remember,
That's
you could only do this once a day, so be careful. The range is up to at least a mile.
I appreciate it.
Go in great spirit, my friend. And his voice descends into the void. So that's what Adrian is doing. What is everybody else doing?
Well, I would like to discuss with Adrian our plans moving forward.
Okay. While you are going to be doing that, I am going to be wanting to borrow Bramble. You there, Bramble?
I'm here.
Okay. So I would say during this time, you are doing your own investigations. You are mostly in the dock area. You are basically asking sailors if they encountered anything that you saw when you were at the Rockfield area. Rockfield, hang on. At the Rockfield Rockfall Field, my bad. So you're inquiring, and you do hear that they did encounter something like that, and they heard that a type of entity was speaking to them, but they were speaking to them in a voice of someone they know. Some say it was a father, some say their mother, some say their children, their spouse, their brothers, their siblings, and all of that. So that is what you get, and it only occurs in the Walkfall Field area.
And I can take it on good authority that these sources are
Yes.
trustworthy.
Yes. Basically, with the amount of stories of this happening, they all say the same thing. A creature made of mist and fog appeared to them and spoke to them in a voice that they know. They did it when they only encounter this entity when they are in danger or when they are near death, basically.
Well, I suppose our situation fits the pattern then. Having heard that, I would go. Is there a place, a library where I might be able to access some more
Indeed, there is
knowledge
a library.
and folklore?
Indeed, there is
perhaps.
a library. I do not believe I actually made a name for the library, but it is somewhere around here.
It is a library.
Yes, it is a library. The biggest library in town. Right here, basically, in that area.
Fair enough.
So, do you enter?
I do.
Okay, you enter.
Assuming I'm not stopped.
You see this big ass library that would rival any library on your home continent. It is filled with scrolls, books, journals, many bookcases, and rows of tables. You see there is a receptionist, and you see that this person is I think it was a halfling or a gnome. I can't remember. But you see this person with a beard and a monocle, and this person says, Ah, hello, hello. I must say, I never had someone of your stature over here. Tell me, what can I do you for, good sir?
My dear, I'm not a sir, but um, I was interested in some of the folklore that goes down the old wives' tales down at the docks of this entity in the fog.
Ah, you seek that information. Well, there is some documentation of it. Not a lot, sadly, but there is a good amount. I could direct you to it.
Please do. That anything would be helpful.
Very well. You're just gonna go down that hallway, take a right, and you'll have public records over there.
Of course. Okay. So I follow those directions.
Yep. And you enter the public records rooms, and you see papers, scrolls, books, and everything cluttered around the room. And you see a person at a desk, basically on edge, basically writing down everything, and he's basically speaking in Elvish, as this person is basically frantically panicking and everything. And as soon as you open the door, the person startles out of their chair and looks up and sees you and how can I help you?
One question though, because I do understand Elvish. What were they saying before I came in the room?
Okay, so we'll actually make a perception check if you overheard him.
Okay, fair enough. Perception.
Okay, you managed to hear some words, mostly about time, mostly about getting all of these documents ready, but not for who or for what occasion, basically.
Fair enough.
So yeah, he asks what you're doing here and what you need.
Right. Well, I was directed here to find some information on the fog entity. I believe it could be useful for our travels.
Ah, you seek that. And he kind of gets up, goes on a ladder, basically moving around as he's getting all of
And sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah. No, say what you want. Say what you wanted to say.
Oh, okay. And I suppose that now that I'm here, this room could use organizing. So I'm going to do that. I start picking things up and organizing.
You're going... Okay. You're going to help and try to organize the room. Okay, so as this person is getting your requested documents, you go and touch something. I want you to make a dexterity save for me.
All right, perfect.
Okay, not bad, not bad. Okay, so you managed to pick some documents and some stuff up without disturbing much of the other piles, because remember, these books and scrolls are piled into a tower. So you managed to pick them up and organize them in neat piles. And as he gets down from his ladder, as he sees you put them in piles, he says, "Oh, well, thank you, thank you. Here is your requested documents." And oh, rats, you organized them by color, not by knowledge. This is gonna take me at least half a day.
Everyone knows that by color is more important. No, I'm kidding.
So he gives you all of the requested documentation about this fog entity in the Rockfall Field area.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I guess in that case, the next thing I would do is find a quiet corner, or I don't know if we have inns or rooms at this place?
This is a library. There are separate rooms for reading. You could also read in that area, or you could read in one of the tables that is in the big library open space. If you do want to take out the documents, so you could read them and everything, and then return them, it is going to cost you a fine to do that and everything. And you
Can
have to
I-
specify a specific amount of time, because if you return them overdue, the fine will be doubled.
I see. Is it possible for me to attempt to copy them?
Do you have your own book or journal?
Yes, I do. I
Okay.
have 10 sheets of paper.
Okay. I want you to roll me
And
2 intelligence checks. One for you
Okay.
to remember all of the information, and then the second one will be to write it down in simple words, because you have to like decide what is important, and then okay. Okay,
Okay.
with the nat 20, you managed to discern the most important aspects of each information on each document. And with the 16, I say you managed to get a good chunk of that information on your. How many pieces of paper you said you had? 2 or 10?
10.
10.
It's a scroll case with 10 in there.
Okay, so you managed to get at least maybe 3.5 or so pages of all of the information you could get, and yeah, so you kind of like point formed it with other point forms describing each occurrence and each situation. So yeah, so you have 3.5 pages of information about the fog entity of the rockfall fields. So write that in your notes.
Okay. And then this is sort of a
Yeah.
retread or whatever. But during those conversations that I had with the individuals,
Say
on the
that
dock,
again. Your
during the
conversation
conversation
with individuals.
with the individuals down at the dock,
Docs, yeah.
where I was asking them about all of the fog creature specifically.
Yeah.
And I have a location
A location on where this entity.
on the sightings. Yeah.
Okay.
My ultimate goal is, in case this helps, is I kind of want to triangulate like a map
Okay.
of all of the
So
sightings.
So okay, so if you go and you see that little gray box, that is basically where the rockfall field is. Basically in that perimeter, there were apparently 2, maybe 3 sightings where this thing frequent. One was in the area that you were in, where the group found you, which was this area. Another was like on a cluster of rocks, and another was basically in the center of the ocean, basically. So yeah, you have 3 sightings.
Okay.
So yeah, that's all you want to do?
For now, yeah.
Okay. So do you want to return to the others?
Would I? Yeah, I'll return to where we would be staying.
Yeah. So which is the Peacock Inn. So as you go to the Peacock Inn, you notice they are not there. They are missing.
Oh, that's weird. I asked the barkeep or the tavern keeper. Hey, tavern keeper.
Yes.
Have you seen my companions anywhere?
Last I saw of them, they left, and didn't come back. They did pay, though. Sadly, no. I don't know where they are. Apparently, some guards came in asking where they were, and I said I don't know. They just got up and left.
They all leave me behind. Alright, thank you. I guess I'll make my way outside and, give descriptions.
I will allow you to roll an investigation to see if you could retrace their steps and everything to figure out where they are right now. You would have to roll a good investigation check at least to get a good discern where they are.
Alright.
Okay, with the natural 20, you retrace their steps, you get some eyewitnesses.
Yes, the
and
dust on this cloth lining and those pebbles over there that have moved exactly 2 centimeters from their original position tells me. Go ahead.
So with all of those, you eventually find out where they are, and they're in this little cabin area. It takes you a while to find them, but you do that, and you get to them. So I am going to switch us over to the cabin area, where the little hut area, and so yeah, and while he is doing that, while he is doing the whole check and everything, finding his way there, I am going to allow Nail and Adrian to do that whole talk and conversation, and then I would say that is when Bramble will show up. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
yeah, what do you want to talk about?
I have 2 plans. First,
oh dear lord.
One plan is really simple. This cult is looking for Charla, right? So, why don't we go out and buy a bunch of clothes that she's currently wearing, pay some adventurers to wear them, and then that's all that is to that plan. Get a bunch of decoys running around town. That way, the cult will have to investigate, and they'll use up resources, time, and nothing will come of it because they won't be her.
Possibly getting them in trouble too as well.
Possibly, that's why I said adventurers. I mean, if they go to try to attack an adventurer group, they'll get stabbed. Hopefully.
Or reported to the guards as well.
Yeah, well, some of the guards work for them, so that'll be a bit less useful.
That's true.
And the other plan. We need to purge the city of this corruption. So, I suggest we go back to the temple, see if the head priest can bring up a bunch of people who can cast truth-telling magic, and then we will go through the garrison of troops here and determine if any of them are working against the duchy or the city, or, simple questions that they can answer real quickly, small groups, to make it more effective, efficient. And hopefully, by the time the duchy arrives, we can actually have some people that we know we can trust on our side.
That could work too as well. Why don't we do both, maybe?
Yes. Doing both would definitely be the more preferred solution.
That way we can be protected and also attack at the same time. But don't they know what we look like too as well?
Yeah, but they're not trying to kidnap us.
Well, what I'm saying is, don't they just have to look for us, and then they might find the real Shala?
Yes, but they would have seen our faces, and they don't have Charlotte's face. They just have her fancy clothes, because it covers her face.
Mm.
And she could always go out and find new companions. I mean, there's not much we can do with the whole disguising ourselves thing. Not tricking them into looking for us, anyways.
What if she can turn invisible?
Yes, but this is so they can find not hers.
Yeah. Yeah. This might be difficult to find the clothes that she's actually wearing, since her clothes is from the Firum Empire. It's from Firum. Is that correct, GX?
Yeah, she is from Firum, which is the Egyptian culture.
Yeah, that's I'm just saying that her clothes are a Firum make. So it might be
Yes,
difficult to
but
find.
this land is supposed to be for an exchange between the two empires. As long as we find a few outfits which vaguely resemble hers currently, we should be good. We don't need an exact match, just something that they'll have to search. I mean, if she was smart, she'd change outfit. Something else.
Okay. When do you want to do this? Is this taking place after I did my research on the book or before? I'm assuming maybe after.
Yeah. A Nail is talking to you after you have done your research on the book.
Okay. Maybe you're thinking of this plan while I was reading the book. Maybe.
Sure, that makes the most sense.
Yeah. Because we had you had 2 weeks or 3 weeks to think of this plan.
So,
Yeah.
So yeah, at this time, I would say that the elder orphan girl, comes up and say, are you, are you needing anything else? I rather not have the others get involved into this.
Don't worry. You'll be safe.
Okay,
You'll say.
it's just, someone comes here often, you know, just to check up on us, make sure we're doing okay and everything. And I don't know how this person might react with you being here.
We'll hide when that happens.
Okay. At this point, you guys then hear a boom, boom, boom on the door.
Invisibility spells, go.
Uh, so yeah,
little
Shala,
girl.
yeah.
Open up.
I'm just gonna tell the little girl to answer the door without opening it.
Okay, the girl goes, Shala goes into the other room and uses her invisibility. The girl slightly you said nachos. So she says, who's there? Bramble.
I assume you've had 3 other visitors?
She looks, I don't know what you're talking about. It's just me and my family here.
Of course. Nail, can you pass a message to Nail, please?
She looks, and like shrugs her shoulders, like, is there someone named Nail here?
I'm assuming that we hear Bramble's voice.
Yeah. You do
Okay.
hear Bramble's voice.
Yeah. let her in. It's
Okay,
Oh.
so the door opens and you see the familiar half Goliath, half orc, correct?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. Just double checking. So yeah, Bramble comes in and everything, so yeah.
Step in through the doorway. Good. You're here. You kind
sorry
of,
we abandoned you.
yeah, you kind
we
of
were-
gave me a fright when I got back to the inn and they told me you had gone.
We got into some issues that I can't really talk about with the orphans, with the kids.
Hmm.
He cast, actually I forgot, he cast message to you. We got into some troubles with the cult running, that's partially running the town. So we're in hiding until we figure out a way to get rid of this cult and save the town.
Mm-hmm. Got it. Okay. Any progress on that? I mean, I've mostly been investigating our boat experience, which I'll tell you about later. But
Well, Neo has a plan. He says out loud this time.
I have a very murdery plan. Do you want to help with the disguise plan or the convince someone to kill a bunch of people plan?
Well, I think we should start with the disguise plan first.
Yes, I guess that would be the easiest plan.
Well, it just depends on how much gold this will all cost, though. I know that we're getting gold for finding the treasure, but
I'm pretty sure we're gonna get gold for saving a town from an evil death cult too, but yes, let's go with. I mean, it shouldn't cost us all that much to hire a bunch of adventurers to wear clothes.
well, we have to
Yeah.
buy. We might have to buy the clothes too, though.
That shouldn't cost us all that much money either. It's not like clothes cost a fortune. So, if any of the adventurers ask why you're paying them to wear clothes, come up with a cover story. One that's plausible, and if they think we're lying, they won't question it. So
we
who
should pay
wants to
them even
play?
more money.
Well, no, let's not pay them more money. I mean, who wants to play a corrupt merchant?
We can tell them it's a prank.
No. The cover story is we're going to try to manipulate market forces by making an outfit seem more appealing than it really is. By getting a bunch of people to wear it.
I was just joking about that, just saying. Yeah, it's just we're just pulling a prank on outsiders and thinking it odd. Everybody's wearing the same clothes. Right.
I doubt anyone would question a corrupt merchant trying to manipulate market forces. As I ignore your comment without responding to it.
Yes. I guess we can do that tomorrow morning. Or I don't know how many adventurers are in this town at the moment, though. Unfortunately.
Neither do I. We'll have to stop by some, most likely an adventuring guild of some kind. Place the request.
Yep.
I say we pay them 10 gold each to wear the outfit. I mean, should be pretty much all we need to get people to wear clothes.
Okay.
Have to be the easiest adventuring job one could get. Wear clothes.
So are you guys gonna like rest here? and everything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, what time is it in world?
In world, it is currently, I would say, since you guys did this, and since Bramble is doing his thing, I would say it's kind of like around maybe 6 o'clock.
Okay, yeah, just rest here.
Yeah.
As soon as it's, I would say maybe 9 o'clock, I would say, who would be up doing like a watch, basically making sure that no one is gonna sneak in here and try to, slit you guys' throats? Who's gonna be taking
Adrian,
watch?
most likely.
Okay.
Since she's an elf and doesn't require as much sleep, or he can meditate instead of sleeping. And
Okay. So you guys set up your like sleeping bags like in this room or in this room, like you guys say where you want to go and sleep, but yeah. But yeah. Okay. So yeah. Bramble also said they wanted to do a watch as well, but okay. So at this point, during 6, and you need 4 hours, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, yeah. Around maybe 9:30. Adrian, I need you to actually no, you don't need to do anything. Because I would say at this point, you hear the door here open, revealing well, unless you want to make a perception check or a stealth check, because you do hear the door open, so
yeah, he'll make a stealth check.
make a stealth check.
Where's stealth? There's dang 9.
Okay, it is pitch black in here, obviously, because they like blew out all the candles. But at this point, I would like Ghost. Would you please describe your character for us?
Yes. Yes, I can. You see, walking into the room, a very pale, thin woman with orange eyes, horns, and blonde hair, with a dress of Faerham origin?
Yes,
Nor?
Fairhome
Faerham.
origin.
Faerham.
Fairhome.
Everybody's coming from Furum.
Mm-hmm. She walks in. Nice of them to let the door open. No hospitality. Extremely rude. Let me look. Which one should it be? Is it minor illusion? An object? Let's go with minor illusion. A sound of a dying horse will be to wake people up.
So yeah, everybody wakes up at the sound of a dying horse.
So I just imagine the dying horse sound from Minecraft.
But yeah, everybody wakes up. So yeah, Nail, you wake up. Bramble, you wake up. So yeah, what are you guys doing? You wake up and you see this strange woman in the little hut area. What are you guys gonna do?
I'm wondering if Adrian would be hostile or
Just complex.
neutral. Or on it, or neutral.
I'm letting you guys role play this out. I'm not getting involved.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, what do you do? Because I don't want to metagame and be like, oh, this is new player character.
I mean, you do know that this person is Ferhum. Okay, you guys do know that at least.
Yeah, but we don't. He doesn't know if they're part of the cult
Yep, got it.
because they did just use a dying horse sound to wake everybody up.
Yes, they did indeed.
Could have used perhaps falling pans would have been more subtle.
Well, he will hold an action to pull out his sword out of his pocket and mention. This is just for flavor and attack. To attack who are you?
Huh,
Agent asks.
manner. I just walked in. But if you must know, names, what should I call? So, I guess it's safe to call. You can call me Layla.
Layla?
Layla.
Layla? Okay. Well, as you can see, this isn't the most hospital kind of shack in the slums. Agent will point out.
I think you have plenty of room.
At this
Need a place
point,
to stay for tonight.
At this point, the girl walks in and says, "Oh, it's you," she says. "It's been about, I would say, 2 weeks, Miss Layla."
In 2 weeks and a half, but then again, who's counting?
I'm sorry if, well, this has gotten a bit, crowded, but, these...
No, I'm always open for meeting new friends. Staring at man pointing a knife at me.
Which would be...
He's not holding. Agent's not holding his sword. It's just like a weird portal.
Oh,
It's
is
a
showing
packed
up.
weapon. It's a packed weapon.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
How have you been? I'm hoping you and your family have been doing well since I left.
Indeed, the food you got for us was plenty. A little stale, but still, it was good. You could see that this young teen is very nervous around Layla. She is very nervous around this woman.
Apologies. I would have brought better quality, but it was the most abundant that I had immediately with me when I got off the boat.
I should say that you are more than willing because you are the one that currently cared about us, making sure we didn't starve. Not like anybody else cares, except for you.
Well, Adrian cared.
Well,
Out
yes.
of character.
Yes, you do, but again, this was like before you guys met.
Well, I hear that you've been donating to these orphans. They're graciously letting us stay in with them for a little while. After a little bit of confusion earlier.
Confusion.
Yes, they stole from you, but they weren't loyal to their family, so I decided to teach them a lesson. But nothing. Nobody was just a little bit of
None of
what
the
do you
fam-
call it? what would you call it? Just being a little bit strict. Nothing too harsh though.
I would have been much harsher to anyone who would ruin these fine people's nice day.
Well, no, they weren't. Adrian wasn't trying to ruin, or they weren't trying to ruin his day. Adrian was just teaching them to be more loyal to their family because they ran away and left them behind.
Oh, sorry, I misheard what you were trying to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about it. Well,
But anyway, what is your name?
I'm Adrian,
Adrian.
an adventurer.
At this point, the girl goes into the other room and just peeks through like the corridor, just watching, just like keeping her distance.
Layla slightly turns her head with the eye looking to her, and then turns back to Adrian. So what brings you to these fine parts?
We were just traveling, but got into some trouble with some unsavory folk. Decided to hide out to think of a plan for a little. This was the only place I knew in town that would be a good hiding spot.
Hiding spot?
Hiding spot. Sorry, I need to get my mic a little bit closer.
I believe you. Okay.
Yes.
Well, let's know this place is decent. Granted, it gets cold at night, and beware of the spiders that crawl around. You know, if you sleep with your mouth open, they might crawl down your throat and lay eggs.
Actually, out of character, a spider bit me last night while I was trying to sleep. In real life, felt something crawling on my cheek and tried to pick it up, but I missed and it got angry and bit me. Luckily, it wasn't a poisonous spider, or else I wouldn't be here today.
There isn't a poisonous spider on Earth that can kill a human in 24 hours.
Well, I wouldn't be here today because I'd be getting treatment for it then.
Treatment is a single shot.
Well, it was last night.
Yeah, you'd have gotten your single anti-venom shot and be on your way. Spiders are too small to have enough venom to kill a human. There are a few that can kill with a lot of time.
Okay. I didn't really know that though.
I'm afraid of spiders, so I know that the black widow and the brown recluse, which are two spiders where I live, can kill a human if left untreated. And the treatment is a single shot of anti-venom from them.
Back on topic.
That, yeah, out of topic. Let's continue.
Yes, I'm fine with spiders and the cold. If you're an adventurer, you'd probably get used to that after a while. You have to get used to that after a while.
Indeed.
But
so, the little portal you have.
Just some precautions. Wasn't sure who you were, if you could be trusted or if you're dangerous or not. But since the orphan seemed to trust you, But since the orphan seemed to sorry, go ahead.
As they should, for I have been nothing but kind to them.
Mm-hmm.
They're such cute little things. Meanwhile, everyone seems to think I'm awful for some reason.
We're just a little bit on edge. From our predicament that I just told you earlier.
Indeed.
At this time, Shala kind of like peeks her head, and she looks over to where Layla is, and like you just hear, and goes back here.
Hmm. As you excuse me, I think I have to reintroduce myself to the orphan.
Yeah, Bramble. You did get the whole introduction with the character, right?
No, I think so.
Okay. Well, basically, this is Layla, Ghost's character. So, just if you don't mind, Ghost, you could just give another description of the character for Bramble.
You see a very pale-skinned woman with orange eyes, horns, blonde hair, and a black dress of Faerun origin.
Don't. Well, I will accompany you then. Also because we're still on edge.
Okay. In
He's Bram.
response, I suppose I will introduce myself to you. You see a very tall.
You're breaking up.
I am breaking up. I know. It's my mic. You see a very tall orc, half orc, with palish silver skin, adorned with rock patterns, protrusion along the bridge of their nose, uh, the shoulders. Their hair dark reddish brown, uh, like a muddy red, is pulled back off their head into a bun, uh, which then flows down one side. And they're wielding. They have saddle, not saddlebags. Wow. They have the journeying kit of what seems to be a cartographer. You see scrolls and maps, quills poking out rather haphazardly from one flap. And on their back, they're carrying a war axe.
Adrian is high elf with black hair. He has mist color eyes. One is blue and one is golden, and he's wearing a breastplate with a long navy blue cloak. And basically his icon picture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also, Bramble. It actually might be your Discord settings. That's might not be your mic. Could be your Discord settings too. You could take a look at that that after a session.
It's something. My computer is haunted.
Oh, okay.
It's
But
fine.
yeah, no, I'll take a look.
You could test it on your phone, if you could.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, you can use Discord on your phone. Yeah, that's what I was doing while my mic was not working.
Yeah. But yeah. So, Layla, you were going
Mhm.
somewhere. What were you going to?
I was gonna enter the room, but then I noticed. Well, she can't talk right now. Enter this room.
Okay, you enter the room. You see the teen girl. You see I would guess a 10-year-old and two 5-year-old twin siblings.
Hello again, everyone. It's good. Looks out the window. Good night. It's good night to see you all.
The two twins kind of like go here and kind of like hide behind the 10-year-old as this woman just kind of like stiffs up and just nonchalantly rubs her shoulder and everything. You just see this woman. If you go into game chat, I pinned her, and her name is Shala. If you go to the pinned messages, I think yeah, basically that is what Shala looks like. Did you see?
I did not see.
Okay, that is.
It's just the fourth image down.
I could just
In game chat or
game chat.
Game chat,
Game
yeah.
chat. Game chat. And you could go to where it says pinned.
awesome?
What?
Oh, sorry. Oh, that's right. Pin.
Pinned, and you could look at where it says Shala.
Oh, I see.
So yeah, you see
It's the
Shala.
character who's definitely from World of Warcraft.
Yeah, basically that's what Shala looks like. And she is the one that went when she peeked her head out and saw you. She gasped because she saw you.
And as you should. Ah,
Adrian will also enter the room. We'll follow.
Okay, move your character.
Yeah.
I go to. You said this was Shala or this was Shala?
No,
Yes.
this is Shala. This
I
is the
see.
teen. This is the 10-year-old, and this is the two 5-year-old twin siblings. And if you're going over there, these people are going to like move and like go over there and everything. So yeah. So you go to where Shala is.
Yeah.
Why do the twins have swords? Or are those sticks?
Those are sticks, dude. They're sticks.
Because it's the stock photo that he has access to.
I know, I'm joking.
Just like the 10-year-old has a book.
They're
Yeah.
too poor to afford books. Shala. How have you been?
You
I
kind of
hope things have not gotten too boring since I was gone.
you could see that she is very much tensed when she's talking, when Layla is talking. And to everybody who's in the room, I would say, Adrian, you pick up on this, that there's some history between these two.
Yeah, that is quite obvious. Adrian asks, you know this person, Shala? Adrian said, do you know this person, Shala?
Ghost.
He's asking Shala, not Layla.
Yeah, I'm asking Shala. Yeah.
Oh, my apologies. I thought you. Shala kind of looks and she says, "No, no, I do not."
He gets a very spiteful look when she says that.
Hang on. I'm trying to figure out. GM roll 1d20 plus. I think it was this. Okay. If you guys want to roll insight, roll insight.
20.
Okay. Adrian, you could tell that she's not being entirely truthful.
That is quite obvious.
You need Shala. I don't.
So yeah, you were saying?
Shala. Just because we met each other. How long was it? Well, recently met each other again 2 weeks ago doesn't mean we're strangers. You should really calm down.
It's more than been 2 weeks. I mean...
2 weeks and a half. Who's counting?
Well, I mean, I was here before you left, so I didn't know you were here, so... You could tell that there's a slight fear in her voice. Wait, are you casting calm emotions on Shala?
Yes.
Okay. I am rolling for that, so it is a wisdom save.
Verbal and somatic. So I'd see you
Okay, she succeeded.
moving your hands.
She succeeded on the calm emotions. I mean, I did hear some information about a certain incident at the Capitol, but I wasn't sure what it was. But now seeing you here,
Incident?
you know what incident I'm probably talking about? You know, that incident.
Yes. The horrible incident of the loss of Jumbo the elephant. Died of old age. Everyone was sad in town.
Indeed. So,
I love that animal.
why are you here?
I'm looking for something.
Oh, what exactly are you looking for? Shala kind of like backs up into the wall and kind of like.
Oh, don't worry. It's nothing that you should nothing that you should be concerned about. It's more of a personal thing.
Yes, but since you are here, you probably want to know if I know anything about it.
Do you?
I
One eyebrow raised.
I may or
Are
may
you
not.
keeping secrets from me?
No, I am not. I am not keeping secrets from you. You could roll an insight check to see if she's being honest.
I totally believe her. Well, good, because I'll be very upset. In this line of work, so many people are keeping secrets. No one you can really trust. But it's good that I have a friend like you. Put hands on her shoulders.
You
No
can see
one
you
would
can see
ever
she's
betray
totally tense.
trust.
She is totally tensing up when she places the hand on her shoulder.
You've been a good friend since we were children.
Yes, children. I remember the playdates.
I remember. Yes, I liked you better than most of the other kids. Speaking of which, no, we won't talk about that now. Oh God, I have all this talk, and obviously I woke you out of your poor slumber. I apologize for that, little ones. You definitely need your sleep more than any of us here.
The little ones kind of like scurry into the tent, and the girl, the 10-year-old, goes in with them, and the teen kind of like goes in there and goes in, closes the tent, and kind of like is basically like talking to like the two little ones, saying, "It's okay, it's okay."
Oh, poor children. It's very hard to get them to sleep. As well as most of your age. You seem oddly enough tensed up. Probably having a bunch of people who are hiding from. Where were we hiding from again? Thugs?
Unsavory folk.
Unsavory friends.
Savory.
Unsavory. Ranging from the common thug to monsters. Upsetting. I'll help put that to rest. That should be good enough. Sleep. Cast sleep on them.
They go to sleep. No issue. They're going to sleep. No issue. At this point, Shala kind of like slumps against the wall and kind of like goes down.
I didn't put it on Shala.
No, I know. It's just like seeing you do your magic. She kind of like goes up against the wall and kind of like slumps down against the wall because she is so she is very, very much frightened right now. She is unsettled with you seeing you, basically.
Anyway, I hope my room is still here, unoccupied. I'm quite exhausted.
Yeah, you do.
Sure, you can rest.
Yeah, this is technically your room. Like, the children have their own tent, but you have the entirety of the room, Layla.
Indeed. Put down I guess there would be sleeping bags, or I brought myself something to sleep in.
Yep.
Was there anyone else in this room I haven't talked to?
This person is currently, this person's currently away, so we'll just say that this person is,
Asleep.
yeah. There's Bramble, there's Nail, Adrian, Shala.
So what is our plan then for exposing this cult?
Oh. Did you say it in earshot of Layla?
Sure.
Or was that above character? Sorry.
No, I mean, I guess technically it was both in character and
I'll
out
take
of character. But
I'll
yeah, I'm just talking about
Hmm. Well, you guys better get some rest then. We continue to keep watch.
Don't stay up too late, Adrian. She waves. A few finger.
Oh,
I'm used to it.
we don't have a plan then?
We have two plans. We have plans.
Do we have plans within plans?
No, we don't
Yes.
have plans within plans, unfortunately.
And we're not ready. We need to develop them.
I mean, our plans are pretty straightforward.
Fair enough. But
Well, the second plan isn't as straightforward as the first one, but
It's pretty
so
straightforward. I mean, we
we're
just bring people into a room, interrogate them, and kill them if they say things we don't like. How not straightforward is that?
well, we need to think of something if something goes wrong.
I mean,
my
if something goes wrong, what else are we gonna do? We'll just be back to where we currently are. A cult with unknown members skulking about that needs to be gotten rid of.
Oh, you guys get some rest. Shallow, why don't you rest in the same group as rest of the party as well? Asian will say. And Shala, I'm talking to Shala. Adrian is, or Adrian's talking to Shala.
Okay, what are you saying to Shala?
He says, "Why don't you sleep with the rest of the party?"
She kind of gives a uh-huh, but doesn't move, like she is unable to move at this point.
And then how about the rest of the party sleeps in here then? That way I can watch everybody, make sure nobody sneaks in.
I mean, that makes sense to me.
Okay. I guess the rest of the night, Asian will continue to keep watch.
Okay. Until it's, basically nothing goes awry during your watch of any of the watches. And soon it is morning, and you have, I believe, maybe 3 more days or so, I'm thinking, left until the Duchess arrives.
Okay. Neil's still not back yet. It's his plan, but I guess we will start heading towards the Adventurers Guild, the guild hall. And not sure what Oshala will do. Adrian asked, will you be coming with us? Or will you be turning invisible, or will you be staying here?
So you're basically wanting to find clothes that Shala would wear, basically, right?
Clothes that look like what Shala's wearing.
Okay,
Well, actually, it would be better if she came with us, but stayed invisible, maybe.
yeah,
We also want to get her to wear different clothes.
yeah, which
Yes,
would make
clothes
sense.
that she's currently wearing, so we can get adventurers to wear them, so they can
Yes.
become living decoys.
So Shala kind of like gets up slowly after that and just kind of like clings to you, Adrian, closely and says, "Let's get the hell out of here. Let's go," she says.
In the middle of the night, when because sleep only lasts for 1 minute, so I'm guessing the kids will wake up after 1 minute again. In the middle of the night, Asian casts message to the oldest girl, the teenager,
Yeah.
and ask, "Can this Layla be trusted? You all seem to be afraid of her."
Basically, the girl simply responds, "She is nice, but she can be very, how should I
Strict.
say, menacingly to bad people, she worded carefully.
Well, luckily none of us are bad people then. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so that's all you know.
Okay, I guess we'll head to the the guild hall. Actors Guild Hall.
Unless you want to first get Shala new clothes. I mean, invisibility will only last for a couple of hours.
Clothes first, adventure later.
Okay. We can
We'll
do
need
that
the
then.
clothes when we get to the Adventurers Hall. No point in putting up a request if we don't have the goods.
Yeah. So my question is,
That's true.
who's going with Adrian and Nail, and who's going to stay and do their own thing?
Oh, we're planning after. I think the next after we finish doing the request, then we'll wait for a day so that we wait for people to accept our request, and then after that we will do the purge
I'm
thing.
saying, well, Adrian,
Yeah,
Nail, and
that's. No, I'm just
Shala.
letting
No,
I'm just
go.
letting everybody what we're doing.
Yeah, I
No,
know.
we need to start the purge thing as soon as possible. Time is not on our side with that.
Yeah, you also need to deal with those supposed cults. So, Layla and Bramble, you could do your own stuff, or you could do something together. It's entirely up to you. But Adrian, Nail, and Shala probably might go to Gil's tailor and clothing store.
Well, I think it would be best if they come with us, just in case there's a fight.
It's up to them if they want to join. It's up to them.
I'm just making a suggestion, and it'll be easier.
Layla going clothes shopping? That's what fun! And you were gonna leave me behind.
Like, Shala is just getting a cold sweat because she feels Layla probably just staring at her daggers.
Well, Adrian said, "Well, not really. We weren't really going to leave you behind. Just asking if you wanted to come."
Oh, thank you. I would love to hang out with my friend. This will be a great time. It's been so long since we hanged out together.
To the trade district.
Yes.
Quickly.
Mm-hmm. I also want pastries, but we'll handle that when we get there.
I know of a shop in the trade district.
Well,
I'll
I
point it out
thought
to
time
you.
is important, but let's get going.
Time is important for us. She can go buy pastries while we're shopping for clothes.
Okay.
She wants to. Okay.
So,
Okay. I guess we'll head to the trade district. Pick up.
So, I guess we should start at the main square.
yeah, because
Yeah.
Gil's
Would seem so.
Gil's store is kind of like somewhere around here, and everything, and the pastry shop that you guys know of is around here.
Okay. Well, once we're in the main square, do we see any clothes stores in the square?
You could make a perception check.
Adrian knows there's a clothes store, but they're more expensive than Noble's clothes.
Indeed.
Adrian will say.
They're basically the
terrible.
fancy tailored clothes. 13,
Mhm.
and 14.
One
Layla,
more.
Layla, do you want to make a perception check to see if you find clothing stores?
15. One more than you.
16, actually. No, wait.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah, 15. Right. Okay, 16.
One more.
Okay. Unless, like, is Bramble with you, or is Bramble doing their own thing?
Sorry, I've been drifting in and out.
I'm sorry.
No, it's not your fault. I'm on pain meds. Anyway, I think that yeah, Emma probably would not be alone. Especially since they've been
Yeah, we
kind of
already
busy.
abandoned them.
Okay. So you're going wisdom. So if you want, you can make your own perception check because they're actively looking for clothes stores.
Girls
Okay.
17, 13, 14, or 15, 14, 15, 16, 17.
It depends on what Bramble will. 16.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would say Elma, Layla, and Nail, you managed to find clothing stalls, and thrift shops and everything with good quality clothes at cheap prices. So yeah, you could totally go in there, pick some stuff out for Shala, who is invisible, by the way. So you will probably want to go to a clothing store with an actual stall so they could change into clothes. But yeah,
Okay.
Okay.
Something. I think we'd want something normal looking, like something that anybody would wear.
common clothes, basically.
Yeah.
Common clothes,
Mhm.
something with a hood,
Yeah.
and way to make her outfit that she's currently wearing. So let's go to a commoner. One of the stores we found.
Okay.
We'll look for clothes fitting that description then.
Okay. So you're basically looking for a clothes store that would basically have a hood and everything.
Yeah, normal looking clothes that and with a cloak probably with a.
So basically, probably like normal robes and everything.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
Leather breeches, a fine cloth tunic, and cloak.
Do you yeah, never mind. So yeah, so you find some clothes. So she finds some robes and everything, old boots and everything. Basically everything she needs to change her appearance. But she then takes a little bit of rags and she kind of like makes a face mask and
A
everything.
shawl. She needs a shawl.
Yeah, basically a shawl, and she covers herself and everything with it. And yeah.
Do we find any clothes that match what she's already wearing?
Uh,
Roughly in appearance.
Make an investigation check.
Can I assist?
That was just awful.
Okay,
8.
wait. Bramble, do you have investigation?
I'm a detective, so yes.
Okay, if you choose, you can give Nail advantage on that.
Okay. Yeah. What are you looking for, Neil?
The stuff.
Never mind.
Just an 8. The clothes Charla is currently wearing.
Are you sure you know how to dress yourself?
No, most likely not. I'm a lab assistant. I don't care about appearance as long as it's safety clothing. I tend to deal with explosives a lot.
Literally the same amount. That is funny. That
Oh,
is
yes,
so
it
funny.
turns out when you get a nat 1 and then another nat 1. I mean, I got 3 1s in a row.
Yeah, you were basically like Travis Willingham with the freaking potato whatever bag thing. But sadly, you do not find any clothes that entirely match Charlotte. Basically, what you can
They
tell
don't have
it
to.
is
They don't have to entirely match Charlotte's, just closely.
yeah, but you don't
Close enough
find
where somebody might mistake the outfit for hers.
you don't find it you don't find anything remotely similar to her outfit.
Why don't we check a different store then?
Yep, time to check a different store.
Well, at least
Check maybe
at
store that specifically.
At least Shala is now wearing different clothes, so she can now.
Are we Here's my question. Are we attempting to be subtle here?
Are you guys trying to be subtle?
Subtle-ish.
This is out of character. Are we attempting to be subtle here? Because
They are attempting to be subtle. Yes.
okay.
Subtle-ish.
Yeah.
Subtle-ish. Well, I would not expect it to be too far out of the norm, for then us to do this. So Emma will actually walk up to the shopkeep, right, and go, "Hello, I'm looking for a gift for," and motion towards Shala. Please, bit on the down low. Their birthday is coming up, and I want to surprise them. Would you have any recommendation?
For clothes, basically, right?
Yes. Yeah. I'm basically asking the shopkeep, hey, I would like to buy clothes for this person. Do you have recommendations?
Make a persuasion check.
I'm wondering why about persuasion, because oh no.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Agent will step in and show
Oh no.
Shala's old clothes, saying, yeah, we're looking for something that's similar to this. You'll say.
If you want, you could make another persuasion roll
Yes.
with disadvantage because Bramble already rolled and he got a failure. So you would make a roll, but it would be at disadvantage.
18.
Okay.
Hooray for charisma-based spellcaster.
So he
Yeah, I mean, like, look, you see our friend Nail over here? I dressed them. It was so great.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, like, Nail is in the corner somewhere, just being an absolute mess.
okay. Okay, so the shopkeeper
I'm just looking in the men's clothes section.
okay, so the shopkeeper says, if I could tailor make it if you want.
We want 10 of them.
10 of them? Is this, it would take me at least 2, maybe 3 days, unless they're on rush order.
Yeah, I think
How much
we
would
want
it
a
cost
rush
for
order.
rush order?
Their birthday is tomorrow.
Yeah, rush order with everybody here and everything. I think we might get it done by maybe 2 o'clock tomorrow if we go at it all night.
How much would that cost?
Well, since these are fine cloths from Fairham, we do have
Well,
supplies.
it doesn't have to be fine clothing. Just has to look like it. Adrian will say.
Okay. The shopkeeper says, alright. That would be... Calculating here, hang on. Saying you want this rush order, and since you want 10 of these, that would be 150 gold.
150 gold. Jeez.
But hey, you want this on wash shorter? That's gonna cost extra, and you want 10 of these, so I have to multiply it by 10 and everything. I have to run a business here, dude.
Hmm.
Okay, okay.
150.
I'll go as low as 120, but that's my limit.
Let's see if they. I'm trying to think of a way to barter.
We did just barter.
Yes, did.
120 gold, done.
Alright,
So I guess we're using party funds for that.
if you want.
Yeah.
Sure, just take 12 platinum away from the party funds.
Yeah.
No. Is it? Or am I? I'm
Okay,
pretty sure 12 platinum is 1,200.
No, platinum is 10 gold.
Is it? Okay. It's been a remnant from another system I'm remembering. Never mind. Ignore me.
Okay,
Played
let's go to.
EverQuest.
Let's go. Oh, I have an idea. Book of still images. Boop. Use it on the clothes.
Okay, so you book a still images of the clothes, basically.
Yeah.
You then whip the page out of it and hand it to him?
No, you can't rip the page out because that
Yeah,
destroys the page.
it goes up in smoke when it does. You can keep the clothes as a reference.
I am going to need the clothes regardless if you want me to make a copy of this, but yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He takes it and says, thank you. I will have it ready by tomorrow at 2 o'clock.
Okay, we'll. If there's anything else we need to do, we'll leave the store and Agent has another idea.
What is your idea?
Let's go to another clothing store and make the same request. To have more.
We don't need all that many copies.
No, 10 might be enough.
But I do believe we could try another store and see if they don't have any on hand at the moment. I would like to get the ball rolling as soon as possible with getting the adventures out there.
Okay. Yeah, we'll go to another clothing store then.
Okay, you do that.
I'll make a perception check to see if there's a store or stall selling Theorem clothing.
Okay.
Specifically?
Yeah, specifically.
Make a perception check.
17.
You find 2, maybe 3 stalls that sell this type of clothing.
Okay. We'll go to one of them then?
You go to one of them. You ask for them to make the request. Or
No,
see...
I'll ask if they have any clothing looking like this, then you show the picture in the book. Okay, wait, there's 100 pages in the book, and how many pages were used up when we found it again? 3?
I think it was 3.
Okay,
Yeah.
so 4 pages have been used up.
Yeah.
So far, and there's 100 pages.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing you need to do to get a page back is rip out the old page. It
that's
reappears
true.
blank in the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Regardless. So, yeah. You are asking them this? Make a persuasion check.
If they have any clothing that looks similar?
Yeah.
Okay. 23.
They say they do. They have about, I would say, maybe 5 clothing that is similar to this. And if you want it, it is going to cost you at least 50 gold. For a total. Yeah, 50 gold for all 5.
All 5? Okay. Sure, okay. Get rid of 5 platinum. Use 5 platinum.
Gold.
Party
5
funds.
gold. 5 gold. No, 50 gold.
Oh,
50
5 gold.
No, 50,
Yeah.
50. No, 50 gold. 50 gold. 50 gold. So
Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
it
50
would
gold, which is 5 platinum.
be right.
Yeah.
D&D money is so confusing.
Yeah, kind of.
I mean, just
It's
wait
just
until you get into Electrum.
Yeah.
Electrum are the stupid ones.
Oh, yeah.
Regardless.
Wasn't it like something and a half?
They're 5 gold for an Electrum. No, it's 2 Electrum equals 1 gold. It's 5 silver per Electrum.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
what's...
but there's no electrum. It's just like copper, silver, and gold and platinum.
Well, no, Dungeons & Dragons does have Electrum. It's this weird middle piece that doesn't make any sense being there.
Yeah.
Yep. But anyway.
So yeah, so you have 5 clothing that is similar to Shala's attire.
And 10 more coming tomorrow. Okay, so now let's go to an adventuring guild.
Hang on. Say that again.
So now we should go to an
Okay.
adventuring guild so we can drop off these clothes, make a request, have adventurers wear them for platinum each, and then just leave them with the adventurers guild and they can sort out giving them to people. We don't even have to get involved at that point.
Okay, so you guys are looking for an adventurers guild?
Yes.
Make a perception check to look for one.
Perception. Oof, 16.
16?
6, I mean.
Actually, wait, Adrian, wouldn't you be having your owls at this point?
I'd have to cast a spell and haven't... It's not really where it's... We're looking for something that could be pretty obvious, so it's not really worth it.
Okay. Pardon me. Okay, so 16 plus 3, that's 19, and 23 for Irma. You guys immediately find an adventurers guild, and it's right in the middle of the trade district area. It's kind of like right around right around in here, right here,
Okay.
where this adventurers guild is. It's one of the
let's-
many adventurer guilds in this port town. It's like a branch
Okay.
of it.
Branch office for a major adventuring guild.
Yeah.
Yep, let's go inside.
You go inside. You see it's very busy, people working frantically, adventurers there looking at the notice boards for jobs and everything. So yeah.
Let's go up to the front clerk.
Okay. You go to the clerk, and the man says, "Hello, how can I help you?"
Yes, I would like to make a request for the Adventurers Guild.
Ah, what type of request is it?
Unorthodox?
He kind of like leans in. How unorthodox are we talking?
We need women to wear clothes around town of a specific kind, which will be provided.
The man kind of like raises an eyebrow. Uh-huh.
Realize how that could be a little weird.
That's why I said the request is unorthodox.
May I ask the purpose of this request? Why you seek this?
We're attempting to drum up business for this particular kind of clothing by making it seem more appealing than it may actually be.
I will allow you to either make a persuasion or a deception check.
That's definitely deception. Where is deception?
Reception.
Why?
Adrian will step in.
Well, I'm lying,
See.
but I don't care if he knows that I'm lying. The only problem is if he refuses to make the request.
I don't believe you. Let me get my supervisor here.
And Agent will come in and say, "Don't worry, it's nothing perverted."
Well, the clothes aren't perverted.
Yeah.
You're seeking women to wear clothing. I mean,
They don't have to be women. Just
show the
adventurers.
clothes, because her clothing's pretty
Modest.
what do you yeah, modest. This is what we'd want them to wear.
do you actually show him what the clothes look like?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
The looks. Alright. You say you want them to advertise the clothing?
Just
wear them around town.
And all who accept will be paid 1 platinum, along with being able to keep the clothes.
He kind of looks around. Do you have the money to give for the reward?
Yes.
Let me see it first so I know you're not pulling my leg here.
Pull out 5 platinum pieces. Currently, we only have 5 outfits, but tomorrow we'll be able to produce 10 more.
Alright. So basically 15 platinum, basically.
Yep.
Yes.
I'll subtract from the party fund now.
He takes a sheet of paper, takes the quill, starts writing it down. Okay, may I ask the name that you want to give this request, or should I just come up with something on my own?
Come up with something on your own.
Alright. Fancy clothing for clothing style. Please wear for advertisement. Okay, reward, you get to keep the clothes. You also get 1 platinum each for each person. Required people 15. Seeking women for this. And pulls the scroll up and stamps it, make a copy of it, and everything. I will have this posted tomorrow.
Thank you. Is there any way we could get you to post it today?
Okay. I am very now suspicious of this.
Adrian will say, we'll be leaving. Our business will be leaving town soon, so we want this up as soon as possible.
Make a deception or persuasion check.
That'll be deception. 19.
Okay. I am rolling for insight because since of the failure, he is going to be rolling it. He believes you. So he goes to the board and nails it to the board, and it's now posted. And you see a couple of people looking at it, kind of like nodding and everything, like, oh, okay. Like murmuring and everything.
Easiest 10 gold anyone can make.
Yep.
Well, now that that business is taken care of, let us go to the Temple of Apollo.
So.
Okay. We'll hand the guild the clothing and the money then.
Yeah,
Yes.
the closing, the 5 closing that you have, and you're waiting for the 10 other closing that is coming. So tomorrow.
Yes.
So yeah, that happens, and you guys are gonna make your way to the Temple of Apollo, right?
Oh, I have an idea. We can add to the posting maybe that's if they procure their own clothing that looks similar, they can get five extra gold.
Let's not. We don't need to spread this any more than it would naturally spread. Remember, they're decoys. We're not actually trying to sell clothes.
Hmm.
We
No,
want to
but it
keep
could
this
be-
as quiet as possible so they're not spreading a bunch of word around.
That is
Single
true.
Adventurers Post should not get the attention of too many people.
Okay.
We want the
Ooh.
cult to be as scrambly for as long as possible.
Do we
Wondering where
know-
all the Charlas are coming from.
This might be because of my absence. Do we know why the cult is targeting Shala in particular?
Something
They
about
want
human
to
sacrifice.
Yeah.
That's about all we know. This is why we're using adventurers and not poor people. Because if the adventurers go to get attacked, they can attack back and not get murdered.
Oh no, I agree and I support, the
But hopefully this will
not
just
using a
waste the time of
defense
their
system.
scouts. Hopefully nobody will get attacked and this will just waste the time of a bunch of scouts. Maybe make their leaders really frustrated while they're getting a ton of reports of why Shala's peering everywhere. Waste resources, general stuff you want to do when you're trying to interrogate a bunch of people and hope word doesn't get back to them. Flood their inbox with random junk.
This is what spies do. Actually, what ninjas used to do too, as well.
It's what spies do all the time.
Yeah.
You want to sell a bunch of secrets? Fill a briefcase with newspapers or phone books. It looks
Okay.
like you have secrets to sell.
You guys are metagaming this a bit too much, so
Nah, we're just
Just
talking
making
about
a reference.
decoying.
yeah. So you guys are making your way to the Temple of Apollo. Everybody's with you. I want everybody. No, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I am going to roll a 1d4. Okay, Nail. I need you to roll for me a 1d12 and a 1d8. $17.
I mean, you could have just rolled them. The algorithm makes it so it doesn't matter who rolls. The numbers are going to be the same.
Yeah. So let's see, where is it? You hear, look out! And you hear the rumbling of a cart and horses going down the pathway you are walking. I need everybody to make dexterity saves for me.
One second. Can Adrian cast a spell instead?
What spell do you want to cast?
Hypnotic powder on the horses so that the movement becomes 0.
Chances are no, not as the reaction. You could cast a spell that has reaction,
Yeah,
most likely.
yeah.
You'd have to do the check and then cast the action spell.
Okay, that's true.
Yeah, so you have to make a dex save, sadly.
15.
Okay, everybody, except for Layla and Shala fails. They get, kind of like, ensconced by the carts, and they take, they take 4, bludgeoning damage from the cart.
Ow.
And then Adrian will cast Hypnotic powder on the horses. Let's make a... don't know if, I don't know how intelligent, horses are, but they have to make a intelligence saving throw. DC 18.
Not very. Most animals have pretty much 1 intelligence.
Mm-hmm. they fail, the movement is reduced to 0, which allows the owner to get up to them and calm them down. And he says, "Thank you, dear sir. Thank you."
No problem. Don't want anybody else to get hurt.
Where are you from? And why are you in such a hurry?
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to the runaway cart owner.
It says, "Oh, listen, I'm just trying to transport these goods to the next shop and everything. But something startled my horses. I don't know what did startle them. They are usually so calm."
Whereabout were you when this happened?
The cart was about, I would say, maybe 100 feet away from you.
That's not good. We should take a very elaborate way to get to the temple. It should make haste.
Make stealth check.
Sure.
So before you roll, I will allow someone to roll a stealth check for the group, or you all can make your own individual stealth checks. It's up to you.
Who has the highest dexterity?
I only have +2. But
I
I'm proficient.
have
But I'm
a
proficient with
+4.
stuff.
So we have
+5.
+4, +5. Anyone beat +5 for stealth?
6.
Nope.
Hello.
6.
Yes.
Okay,
And the
6.
+6 rolls, and because you can do it.
Guidance.
Guidance.
Yeah, so
Alright.
Rambo, roll for stealth, and you will add 25. You guys nimbly merge with crowds and everything quite easily.
Mm-hmm.
And you
Because
guys,
the undead scare horses.
yeah, and you guys managed to make your way to the Temple of Apollo. And there you see a carriage, and horses with armed guards and everything, and they look like people from the military of this town.
Are they blocking the entrance?
No, they're on the side, basically guarding the carriage and all.
Then I'll walk right past them, straight into the temple.
Okay. Everybody follows him?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
For
Although I do want to do one thing
Okay.
before I go in. I do go in, but I want to do one thing first. I am going to, because someone gave me the information that they're supposed to be undead. I don't know if that was that in character. I guess so.
If we talked about the cult, we would have told them that they were undead about.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you would know.
Are you going to try to buy holy water?
No. I am going to spend a spell slot to
Detect undead.
detect undead. Yes.
What's the radius on that?
It is 6 miles.
6 miles.
But within 1 mile, because I'm not in my favorite terrain.
Got it.
Oh, you're a ranger?
Yeah,
I
he's
am
a
a
ranger.
ranger. Yes.
You should if you have the free spell slot, and if you want to, you should take Past That Trace. It's a really OP stealth spell. Probably might be even better than Invisibility.
Anyway, so
I have it.
So is this kind of like you get a ping, like a radar and everything that you know where they are?
This is a terrible ability.
It is a terrible ability, but
Because you don't get to select what you're looking for. So
I-
if any one of these creatures is present, it pings. And because my owl exists, it'll always ping.
Okay, so Emma, you get a ping that is close to you, which is
It doesn't tell you the distance. It just says if there's one of these kinds of creatures within a mile of your present location.
But it does tell me what type of creatures they are. So continue.
okay. You do get a ping, and it is of a celestial. Is your familiar name?
Yep.
Okay, so you get a ping of a celestial that is within 1 mile, and
Okay.
you also get pings of undead within a mile.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Okay. So then I go into the temple and I say, "There's a good chance they're probably watching us."
How
Okay.
big is this town? This town is probably a mile.
Yep. So you guys go in and you see the clerk guy that is the assistant to the head priest of the Temple of Apollo. He says, we've been expecting you. This way, as he escorts you to his office and shows you in. And he kind of like looks at everybody and he sees that there's a new person, two new people he has never met before. One is Elma and the other is Layla. And he kind of like looks, kind of like tenses up and everything as you guys walk by and everything. You guys are inside and you see the head priest along with an armored individual, and they are talking, and as you enter they stop talking and look and says, good timing. This is my good friend of the guard. He's agreed to help us.
We have a plan.
Then please sit, relay your plan to us.
Okay. Well, the plan is simple, and it's only matched in its simplicity by its extreme level of brutality. So, how close are you to the commander of the garrison here? Either of you.
The commander of the garrison is the friend of the head priest, if I do recall.
Yeah, he's right next to us.
Yeah,
You're
right
in
next-
command of the garrison. You're the commanding officer here? Well,
Yes.
that helps. So, priests can make it so people tell the truth, right?
Yes, they have magic to do this.
So what we're going to, this plan, we're going to get people together from the garrison, the temple, and the guard in groups of 5. And we'll ask them very simple yes or no questions, whether they're involved with this conspiracy to destroy the town and kill the Duchess. And if they answer yes, or anything other than a straightforward single word answer, we'll kill them on the spot.
Hold on. The commander said someone is planning to assassinate the Duchess.
I don't know if they're going to assassinate the Duchess, but they seem to be a end of the world, burn everything to the ground kind of group. So killing the Duchess definitely sounds like a part of the kill everyone.
I should have my guards increase security, but now, since I don't know who to trust...
And that's what this plan is for.
Then how do you suppose that I try to get them all together?
We don't get them all together, we do them in groups. I'm assuming the garrison has to be divided into some level of smaller groups, squads, companies, platoons.
Indeed, we could do that, but where would we hold it?
So, the city guards are going to be harder, but the garrison, you can order training expeditions, can't you? Suddenly, without notice?
Within reason, yes, but it has to be sanctioned.
Sanctioned by who?
by the council of this port town. I am on the council, as well as the head priest here. But we also need a unanimous vote. We need 3 votes, and there are 5 of us.
So, my proposal is once we've confirmed a number of priests who can perform the truth spell, we send out small enough groups to go and practice drills, a marching drill, just march them out of town for 2 hours, have them set up tents or something as a drill, and then we can interrogate them away from town in small enough groups so it won't compromise the town's security. But nobody should be able to notice what we're doing. And once the interrogation is done after an hour or 2, they come back. Then we send the next group.
And during
I
this...
think this could possibly work, but you do run the risk of startling. I suppose is not the correct word, but startling will do. Startling the members of the cult into fleeing. When they realize that certain members are not returning, etc., etc.
Yes. Well, this plan does rely on speed. We should be done within a few days. That's all we have. Once the Duchess arrives, we'll be taking direct action, or assuming we can get through the entire garrison before she arrives. So we only have 4 days, roughly, to begin this entire process, from beginning to end.
Then I have a question, if you do not mind me asking. Why not
Go right ahead.
simply we give them false information that whatever they are after is making a run for it and trap them in an ambush?
That requires you to know who to trust.
Yeah, and that would probably have them
not to trust.
In a big group, which will be difficult to handle as well.
Correct.
May I offer my 2 cents?
Please do.
Perhaps instead of a drill, would a surprise medical checkup be just as good or faster?
Well, we can't get them out of the town if a surprise medical checkup is...
It would also be really weird to get groups of 5 people together for a surprise medical checkup. We need to do it in clusters so we can more effectively use the spell. After all, that will be the limiting factor, as the number of times we can cast it per day. If we had 100 people who could cast it 5 times each, we could clear ritual thousands. No.
Is it?
Nope.
Not
very
for
few
any
level
of us.
2 magic.
I mean,
luckily, it's a pretty simple spell. You don't need to be all that experienced to cast it several times.
Could we perhaps set up some sort of event, like a ball or some other social gathering where the members who can cast this spell have the ability to do so discreetly?
That'd be expensive.
For one, the difficulty is if people get caught, we're going to be murdering them, which will be very loud. Combat is loud. That's why I suggested the march out of town. An emergency drills to prepare for the Duchess visit wouldn't be all that weird. Especially if you received false word that the Duchess was going to be conducting those drills herself. As a practice run, you could easily convince someone else, hopefully, to make the town look better. And since the drills won't take more than a day per section, you won't need all that much logistical support.
The commander and the head priest look at each other. They nod. Make it happen.
Here's a question. I'm aware, normally, in cases of assassination, that nobles tend to have doubles, let's say. Do you have a double on hand for the Duchess?
A what?
That would actually...
A body
A
double.
double. Yeah.
A body double.
Sadly, no. The Duchess is very seclusive. She does not come out unless it is important or she wants something in return.
You see.
Yes. So, head cleric dude that I can't remember the name of.
Just call him the head priest. He goes by the head
Head
priest.
priest. How many members of your order can perform truth-telling magic?
Well, since we have acolytes here who don't know how to use the spell itself, I would say that we have a good high-ranking number of maybe 40 members who could do this spell. Sadly, I would need at least 10 or 15 of them to remain at the temple to help educate the acolytes while this plan of yours is in session.
Well, the good thing is that they won't be able to cast the spell all day and all night. So as those who can cast it exhaust their magic, they can simply shuffle in and replace the ones that are currently available. But to ensure that they are trustworthy, we will have to test them as well.
You cast this magic as well?
I am quite adapted at casting this magic as well. At higher ranks, if you would, of spellcasting a skill.
I don't think Zone of Truth skills. I'm just out of character.
Yeah,
Zone of Truth does not have a scaling. It's just the stronger you are, the higher the DC is. But we're going to be forcing them to willingly comply, so we won't have to force them to. If they refuse to allow for the spell to take effect, we kill them. If they try to mumble through their words without a direct answer, we kill them. Well, we'll give them a warning, then we'll kill them. So, how many members are in the garrison?
So the garrison has about, I would say, since this is a port town, and it's a medium port town, I would say that there's a good amount of people, so maybe...
Guessing 100?
No, the garrison's going to be in thousands.
Yeah,
thousands?
So,
Oh, yeah.
so I would
the guards would be hundred per district, most likely.
Yeah.
Without 6.
Yeah, so
there's most likely 500 guards. But the
yes.
garrison is going to be the military.
Yeah, so 500 guards, and I would say maybe 25,000 military personnel.
That is way too large.
Then maybe 15. Like I don't exactly know, but I think 15,000.
A Roman legion is 10,000.
So yeah, so 10,000.
So a single legion.
Maybe 2 legions. I mean, there's 1 legion, and for like.
This is an incomplete town as well. So why would they have the full force they were going to put here?
Yeah.
I would just go with 1 legion. 10,000 is a lot of people, believe it or not.
Yeah, I know. It's just I need, like, again, I was scaling this and everything. So yeah, 10,000, 1 legion is enough.
So, head priest, how many other temples of religions are in this town?
Counting,
you must keep an eye on.
That I keep an eye on?
Well, I mean, you must keep an eye on your competition for followers, just in general.
I know there's one more, this weird...
Yeah. Which, by the way,
Death
I
temple.
did... Which I did forget that that until you remove this thing, I did forget this, but that you would have that your speed would be halved, and everything, right? That I said, since you have this mark and everything.
If I
Adrian?
fail a saving throw each day, wasn't it?
Yes. Which I forgot. So, you have to make a Constitution saving throw. I forgot to mention that.
So yeah, I mean, the most limiting factor in how effective this screening will be the number of spellcasters.
Okay, you succeed. You succeed. So, the temple, the head priest says there are many different temples. One is the temple of Zeus, which is in the upper district, and then you have the temple of Poseidon, lost the word there, in the Dark District. And then finally you have the temple of, I believe it was...
Hermes for trade?
Yes, Hermes for trade. While we are in the trade district itself, we mostly dabble in healing.
What about the Death Temple, whatever it was?
Hades?
Yes.
No, something different.
Yes.
You're talking about the one that gave you your stigma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
yes, it is the Temple of Hades, but we mostly stand clear of that. They mostly worship the champion of Hades, the... I do not recall, but what was her name? Mirror, Lady of the Damned, I believe.
Well, I assume these temples may have others who can perform Zone of Truth spell.
Indeed, but we don't know who to trust at this point. They could have even infiltrated the temples themselves.
As I said, everyone who will be participating in this will have to get screened themselves. As long as you could arrange to have each of the heads of these temples visit so you can screen them, and then we can tell them what is going on. We could increase the number of people screening. The more people we have casting the spell, the more people we can trust. And the more people we can not trust can be eliminated. It's simply a numbers game at this point.
I will put in a petition for a meeting among the temples, and we will converge on this, and we will do our screening. But I would like you present, in case there is some snake among the temple, if you would.
Yes. The whole point is to get a collection of people put together who can deal with anyone. Anyone who's getting screened should also relinquish any weapons or holy symbols they have.
That would be suspicious, though.
Suspicious, maybe, but a prudent caution. We'll just give them back immediately. Most people can't fight back without a weapon on hand, after all.
Yes, we would make sure that they are defenseless, but we have to give a reason for this.
Maybe just for your protection?
Yes.
We are
I say it's for your protection.
Them.
Indeed.
The military, you can simply order them to relinquish their weapons and they'll comply.
Yes.
It'll be the priests, specifically the head priests, who will be the ones that'll most likely be difficult. Once we convince them, I'm assuming you could just order your followers to comply.
Indeed.
So we should begin as soon as possible. Can you cast Zone of Truth today?
Yes. I will have my people send in the letters for us to meet and converge. But we will start your plan immediately, at least for the time being, until we get more people to help with this.
Yes. We should also start with any of the military command structure.
Indeed.
So,
Commander.
Commander, if you could send any commander's staff or any elite guards you have. I'm assuming you have a squad of elites just on standby which aren't a part of the normal command structure.
He kind of like turns his head. That is possible.
That's classified.
Also, we should probably try screening any adventurer groups that are in town currently. Especially if any of them can cast Zone of Truth themselves.
This is a very complicated plan, dear sir, but we should at least see what we can find out. Let us not, as I say, stretch our goals too much.
If we get found out by the cult, nothing has actually changed. That's the benefit of this plan. We risk nothing but gain everything.
Indeed, but it could cause panic. And a divided town is a dead town. Trust me.
The cult could instantly cause panic by simply starting attacking guards. The more people we can trust, the sooner the better. Also, the moment we've at least gotten a small group of the garrison, we should set them to be the watch for the city gate.
Indeed. Very
Or just
well. I will
start with
put in the
whoever's going to be.
request and the order. Do you have a specific area do you want to conclude with your plan?
We don't know the area too well. Somewhere in the woods, maybe.
Yes.
No,
There is actually...
Each group should pick a different parade ground if they're going to go marching out.
Indeed.
But
When
won't
the
we
garris-
be accompanying some of them, though?
Most likely just the first group. They can then provide their own soldiers to accompany the second and third and so on. If we
There
see
is
a random group of
actually-
adventurers,
There is
be
actually... The commander speaks. There is actually a spot where we all converge for training and for field testing. It is this open area within the woods here. You could use that
Tough.
area. It is at least probably 2 miles out of the town.
That'll work.
Also, the head priest comes up here. He hands you a scroll. Use this if the situation is dire. Use it to escape.
Okay.
Okay. What does it do?
I do believe this is that same scroll we got when we were going to burn down / blow up / do something the warehouse of doom.
Yeah. So it's quite similar. It's basically an extra one just in case. If you decide to split the group.
In case you didn't notice.
What is it?
Yep.
A teleportation spell? Scroll?
Got a game or anything?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Until then, I guess we'll wait here until you get into contact with the other priests.
I mean, we could go out to the woods, the spot in the woods.
Well, they asked. Well, the head
Oh, yeah.
priest asked to accompany him with the screening of the other head priests.
Head
Other
priests.
Yeah.
Okay.
Until then, Neil, you can. I don't think you've identified the bracelet of elements yet. Just the book and the javelin of lightning. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, I can cast Identify, or you can just sit with it for a short rest. Either one. I mean, it's a ritual spell, so it doesn't take anything, and I have the stupid pearl.
Yeah.
You still also have that bracelet of elements.
That's what I'm asking. This we've only done the javelin, the book, and the carriage.
Yeah.
We've only identified those items. Okay. So that's what we're doing while we're waiting.
Sorry, I'm back. So, you want to identify the bracelet, so are you asking Shala to identify it?
Nail or Shala can do it.
Okay.
It's a ritual spell.
Yeah.
So who's doing it?
I'll do it.
Okay. You cast your identify. You tell that this bracelet of elements contains 3 elemental gems. These gems basically contain elementals, and whenever the bracelet, whenever the user says the name of the gem will shatter and summon the elemental, and the gem would be no longer usable.
Adrian already has an fire elemental gem.
Yeah,
I forget what it's called.
I think it was.
I'm just looking through my item list.
Yeah, you guys should keep track of your notes.
Yeah, I've been keeping track. I'm just looking through my item list. I just have a lot.
Well, while we're waiting.
I think it was.
Oh yeah.
What was it?
It was a red. Oh yeah, we also have the frosted dagger that I gave Nail.
Yep. Well, if we have time, I'm gonna cast Ceremony to bless some water.
Okay, you do that. What is everybody else doing while you guys are waiting for the head priests of each of the temples to come to the Temple of Apollo?
How long would that take?
I would say maybe 2, maybe 3 hours.
No, I'm gonna cast it twice if it takes 3 hours.
And then I'll ask Shala to identify the frosted dagger.
Where did you get that frost dagger, I might ask?
From when we fought the cultists when they kidnapped her.
A frosted dagger, right?
Yeah. We pretty sure we said it was magical. Or silvered frosted dagger.
A silvered frosted dagger with a bone handle, I do believe is what it was.
Yeah. Yeah, so she casts Identify. She said that there was nothing magical about this weapon, though the materials used to craft this weapon is not material plane. It is otherworldly. That's what she gets. Layla, what are you wanting to do? And Elma, what do you guys want to do?
I was going to ask the group a little bit more about this cult.
Okay.
They're a death cult who are summoning undead and run by fake lizard people.
Interesting.
They have a warehouse just in the North District, in the basement. They have a ritual room where they're creating a bunch of undead. It appears their leader looks like a human, but is actually a lizard person, and they're trying to bring about the end of the world, more specifically.
Why is it always the end of the world?
I don't know. I don't know why people want to bring about the end of the world. You'd think they wouldn't exist after the world ends, so they wouldn't want that, but...
Lizard people.
Yep. Magically making themselves look like regular people. While in a warehouse full of food that also has weapons and a bunch of dead people in the basement.
Do they still occupy this? Do they still occupy this building, or has it been cleared out?
You still occupy it.
Since it was just the two of us who discovered the building, I'm going to go with they still occupy it. I mean, we want to keep them still occupying it because once we've identified a large group of people, we can attack it without risk of our stabbing us in the back. We know for certain that some of the guards are working with them.
And that's the whole plot you hatched. Do we have to kill all of them?
Well, at least the leadership. We don't want them escaping just to start this up somewhere else.
I would love to interrogate some.
We have prisoner.
We do.
Do you know a truth spell?
Not a truth spell, but I have my ways of getting people to talk.
Well, we captured one alive and gave him to the head priest, so...
Yes, I forgot about that.
So did I.
Can I go see him?
Who did you capture?
The one that captured, remember the one that I stuck my spider to?
Yeah.
The other command, like the...
The one who turned invisible, tried to escape, got thunder blasted into a table, and then knocked out.
Yes, that one. Yes, I remember. And it was a woman, I believe. Yes.
Who's already been here for a day being interrogated. I assume they're in the basement somewhere. I doubt they would have tried to move them to the garrison.
Indeed, the prisoner is still within our basement.
May I see them when this is... if we have time?
May I inquire why?
I would love to what's the word for it? Poke around in his mind, see what secrets he's hiding.
If you think you could get more information than we have, feel free.
What information did you guys already extract from them?
That they are working with other members of the cult on the island. They are spread out, but apparently this might be a branch of their operation here.
Yeah, didn't they communicate with somebody with a magic orb?
They only mentioned something like that, but this person's a low-ranking individual from what we can tell.
I'm asking Adrian, because he witnessed that himself.
Oh.
Yes, so they talked to one of the higher-ranking people. Or lizards.
Yeah. And one of the... in the back
there
office
was
of the warehouse.
There was 3 of them.
Yeah, in the back office of the warehouse, there's the communication orb. Yeah. As soon as we get enough confirmed people, we should most likely have them find a way to discreetly watch that warehouse.
Indeed.
All right. I look forward to seeing our plan in action. But I think I'm gonna have to hop off.
Hop off.
Yeah.
Alright. If you're not feeling well, don't force yourself.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay, Bumble. But hey, you're here. You got some information. I hope you are better, and hope to see you next session. Hopefully.
Of course. Yeah. And
Yeah,
then
see
we
you.
can have a fun
Yeah.
time. All right. See you.
Bye.
Okay. Adrian will follow Layla to the basement if she's gonna go interrogate the
Sure.
prisoner.
Let's
Okay.
see if we can get some extra things out of him.
Figure out where some of their other safe houses are.
Indeed.
Okay.
And
You are
yeah,
taken to the basement, and you see that this basement is actually a dungeon. They actually have a dungeon in this temple. You guys go in, you see cells that are empty and everything, and chained up in a large cell, arms chained, legs chained, and neck chained, is the undisguised lizard person. And they look up and, more fleshlings seeking an audience with me. What can you offer
no.
me?
Offer? No, I came here for fun. And also information. I don't come to offer you anything. Only ting.
Well, what are you gonna do about it, little fleshling?
How beat up is this man?
Woman, technically.
Woman, sorry, I forgot.
Yeah. This female lizard person is kinda beaten up, but it was mostly with magical extraction that they were trying to do without any risk of physical harm, because they wanted to make sure that this person, this individual, is alive to continue the probing of information gathering.
I've seen. Well, Adrian, say I've done some interrogating myself. As long as
Good
long
cop,
as you
bad
heal
cop.
them, they'll still
I
alive.
Okay, wait.
Great.
Okay, one at a time. Who's doing what?
You may go first, Adrian. Good
Adrian,
cop.
Adrian will say to Layla, I've done some interrogating. As long as you heal them, when they go unconscious, they'll still be alive.
All right. You may go first.
Well, you can go. I don't know what to. I think maybe your interrogating might be better than mine. All I do is wave a flaming sword around their face.
No. Try. What more information would you want out of him?
Just their other bases. Where their other bases are. And if a captain with a shadowy hand is working with them. I say that out loud, and I'll see if there's a reaction from the lizard person.
Make an insight check.
Yeah. 20.
So as you say that, the lizard person kind of like narrows its eyes at you, but like isn't sure what you mean by shadowy hand person.
Pirate, to be exact.
Yeah, obviously, but like
No, he says that out loud.
yeah, but like just narrows its eyes at you, confused, unsure what you mean by that.
So a pirate with a shadowy hand does not work for them. He must be a part of a different cult and organization.
So, Layla, how are you
I walk.
going to interrogate this person? And I am gonna change the tune of this. So I'm gonna change the music because I do believe I actually have a dungeon. I'm thinking I have dungeon. If not, I'll just.
Huge trial by combat.
If not, I'll just go with this. So
Let's
Layla,
start with very simple questions. What is your name?
the lizard person looks at you and says, "What is it you humans or mortal fleshlings say? Oh yeah, bite me."
Hello, Bite Me. My name is Layla. A very interesting name you have.
Adrian will also pull out his flame tongue and activate it and asks, "Do you remember this and how it fell your friends and allies?"
Do you really think a little toy like you will be able to stop the champion of Ragnarok? You are such a delusional bunch.
Ragnarok. Tell me more.
Why don't you look it up
Kitty with-
yourself?
Because it's more fun to get it out of you.
Oh,
My.
shit. Okay. I have to do the save, and I have to look up the stats for this creature, so give me a moment.
Not lethally doing it. I assume he has more health than fucking 12. If he doesn't.
yes. Obviously, like this was like basically a mini boss. What the group was fighting, basically. But the stats are the same.
Unfortunately, you can't do non-lethal magic damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. So this is a wisdom save.
Hold on.
Intelligence.
Intelligence save.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Oh shit! That's not good. Oh, it fails. It fails. So how much damage does this individual take?
Let me roll. Oh wait, I have it on my sheet. What am I doing?
2d6.
I got average.
Did that roll 2d6? Oh, I did.
Yeah, it did.
Okay, is this... Was that supposed to tickle?
No, that is just... He doesn't see my lips move. He's hearing it in his head. That was just to test your defenses.
Eyes widen and like... You're one of them.
Round 2.
I also have to do another save against this.
Yes. Roll save.
Add a minus 1d4.
And... Oh shit, right. A minus 1d4 as well?
Yes. Yes.
That's what Mind Sliver does.
Okay.
Attacks on itself.
Okay, fails. And then
Ragnarok. Interesting.
get,
Tell me more.
get out of my head.
No. Perhaps maybe we should start off with much kinder question. So, what is the name of your people? I'm very unfamiliar with them.
We we are lizard people to you, but we are children of the great old one. Servants of his majesty and chaos bringing and world destroying.
Why do you serve this god?
Because this god gives us strength, gives us power, gives us the
Does he
power
love
to
you?
conquer.
I forgot. So I have spells that can make him more friendly towards us and probably tell us.
We have burned the bridge already.
Well, no, I have suggestion and hypnotic pattern, which he becomes charmed, or I suggest a course of action.
That ship kind of sailed as you are seeing Layla kind of like doing this whole mind manipulation type thing with her
I
magic.
could do mind manipulation too.
Well, whatever. You're basically seeing her doing this, and love,
Yes.
death
No.
will bring him forth closer to victory. My death will mean nothing but his victory against this world.
That means you're nothing to him. So why serve?
To serve is a privilege. If you can't get that, then no wonder your species are so seclusive and cowardly.
Pretty single-minded you are, lizard. No.
I'm hearing the crackling, so I can't. So I don't know what you're saying.
I'm waiting until it's done.
Yeah. Thank you.
Hmm.
Okay. So what are you gonna say?
It's very interesting you would serve something that promises you to give you strength, but never does. I mean, that's what I find most gods to do. You're one in a million. So why serve? Does he give you anything more than just a vague promise from a priest? Wouldn't it be better to actually have something fulfill you?
So the squid wants to play. Is that it?
Well, I have an idea.
And as it says this, it's going to try to lunge and try to grab you. Make a.
I'm behind the bars. I'm not going any closer to it.
Okay, well, it was not
I
in a
assume I was-
cage. It was not exactly in a cage.
Oh, I see.
It was out in the open because they recently
see.
just finished interrogating this person. So
Fair
it's
enough.
going to
So-
attempt to grab you. So I'm gonna make an attack roll. What's your DC?
See?
My AC
Yeah, your AC.
is 11, but I'll use shield.
Okay, and that increases your AC by
5,
5. So
so
11.
15.
So 50. Okay.
You're a wizard?
No.
Okay, misses, but it's kind of like right at the edge of the limit of the chains, like, ugh. And as you see, its sharp alligator-like teeth kind of like snarling at you. Come on, Squid. Show me what you got.
I will cast Hex and have him have disadvantage on charisma checks.
Hmm.
So he uses disadvantage to
Oh.
lying to us now.
So much temper.
What are you doing with sex?
He uses disadvantage with charisma checks now, so he can't. He has disadvantage to lying to us.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Let's try another question then. Ragnarok and your god. Tell me more.
I will tell you nothing. So go ahead and kill me. The
No.
ritual will begin, and we will bring forth the champion. We will bring
The ritual has
forth-
already failed. Deception.
I am rolling for insight. And I do believe insight is wisdom.
Yeah.
Okay, making
Yes.
sure. Fails. No. Impossible.
I don't know the full details, unfortunately, how a brave group of heroes managed to foil your plans, but I would like to need your help to fill in the blanks of your failed religion. Others of your kind would probably attempt to repeat the same failed actions. Does there have to be struggle between our two races? Well, several peoples.
You mortals have no idea what is coming.
I'm
Even
pretty
if
sure
you
you're
have.
mortal.
We are children of the great god. We will not be foiled by you. You may have delayed the ritual, but he will come. It will probably
He?
take another year or so, years maybe, but he will come. And he will devour you all.
Is he your god or prophet? Demigod, perhaps?
Simply asking questions. You're as weak-tongued as the humans that interrogated me before. And goes to spit at you.
Hmm.
I realize that
What
if I flick him, he'll take 1 plus 1d6 necrotic damage, 1 bludgeoning and 1d6 necrotic damage.
What? What?
If I flick him, normally doing damage, or normally like a unarmed strike would only do 1 damage.
I think a flank. I think a flick to the forehead or whatever is not going to do enough damage. If you actively punch her, then yes, that would do damage. But a simple flick with a finger, not going to do damage.
I have hex going, so if I do an attack, I'm not sure if a flick counts as an attack, but that's up to the DM. I do 1d6 necrotic damage.
With hex, okay. Roll for the damage.
Just thought it was funny. One necrotic damage.
Like you flick. Is that all you got? And tries to bite you with its jaw. Since you went close to flick, gets gets the chance to attack you.
Okay.
Is this with proficiency? Yep. What's your AC?
17.
It hits. And you take 3 points of piercing damage as it bites at your arm. Like
Is that all you got? No say.
I
growls
want
at
a
you.
name of this thing.
How are you going to try to persuade or get this person to talk? Because
So
all
what's
you,
so special about this thing? I'm going to just detect thought in.
is there a save against detect thoughts?
Yes, but he has a minus D4 to the save.
Okay. Got it.
It is Wisdom saving throw.
Right. So, wait, wisdom?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, so that and minus a 1d4 fails. Like, so what are you trying to detect thought on him? On her? I mean,
The name of what he's referring to, what's coming.
Jormungandr, the world serpent.
Yermingonder. Quite the mouthful.
Get out of my head, you leech. You horrific abomination.
I think we had enough here, don't you think? Adrian. Was it Adrian? Adrian?
Yes, it's Adrian.
Adrian.
Yeah, it just
But
says
I'll leave you with one parting gift, however. Did it roll? Oh wait, Dissonant Whispers. As a parting gift.
Okay,
It's-
I need to roll, and it's a wisdom save. Yay.
It shouldn't be an 11. Oh wait, it shouldn't be an 11. That's odd.
Okay, whatever.
It'd be
should be
a
15.
15. Yeah.
15, well, and it's gonna be with a -4, correct? A minus
No, I
1d4?
already used it
No.
on the detect thoughts.
Okay, well, regardless, it failed, and it takes. As it's groaning and screaming in agony as you're doing this.
And it to try to use its movement to run as far away as possible.
Okay. You do that.
It's kind of
I
like a
walk
mini
away.
fear spell.
Pretty much, he can't move. He's just stuck in his chair.
Yeah. On his chains.
As I walk away, minor illusional lullaby song echoing as I walk further and further down the hall.
Okay. What are you putting in the chat? The links.
Oh, that worked. I tried clicking the show spell description, but it didn't work.
It didn't work. I must have messed up something then.
Uh,
I don't think Dissonant Whispers is actually in the Roll20 database.
That's probably why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, regardless, that happens and everything as you leave the room.
Mm-hmm.
There it goes.
Yeah, that's better.
You could try again. I fixed it.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I already did the wall, so it doesn't matter.
No, just in case you wanted to see it. Okay.
But yeah, so you learn some stuff and everything, but you're kind of wondering this lizard person. She kept calling you Squid Face and Leech, even.
Just ad hominem attacks. Nothing more. Slander.
Yes, I don't see much of your race that very often. I don't see very many tieflings, Agent
Yes,
asked.
tieflings
Yeah.
are common to Fehom, but they're rare.
Oh, they are? Okay. They are common?
Yeah, they're common, but like they're a bit rare among the people. They're mostly, in a sense, in seclusion of doing magical arts and everything.
Okay. I'm from Furum as well. If you can't tell by my accent. I'm guessing people from Furum have an accent, but
Yeah,
I can't really.
they have a type of accent.
Yeah, but I can't really do accents very well.
Yeah, but
Neither can I.
we'll just
We'll
say
roll with it.
that people from Freemium has the Egyptian style accent, while people from Yawin would have like more of the English accent style and something like that.
The agent's accent should be disappearing a little bit because he's been traveling for a long time.
Yeah. So yeah. So you guys learned that. Nail, are you back?
Yeah.
Okay, you just been muted all this time, so.
Well, I wasn't there, so adding to the conversation would be difficult.
Right. So, anyway, you return to the chamber, and going over the final reports with Snail is the head priest and everything, deciding what to do and everything. The head priest looks up. Did you get any information from the creature?
Two things. One, if a plan fails here, they have backup. Nothing more into that. And two, we've learned the name of their so-called god.
What is the name of this god?
Was it... God. How do you pronounce it again?
Jormungandr.
Jormungandr.
I think I have it pinned in game chat. Yes, I do. Have it pinned in game chat.
Jormungandr.
Yep. And as soon as you say the name, the head priest kind of like widens his eyes. This is bad. Very, very bad.
Who is this Jormungandr?
We give our support to the Yarans fighting against the Gunkarians. Some worship some of their gods, but one god they don't worship, but is a god of destruction. And if this god comes forth, it will bring forth the end of the world. And they say that this creature is a serpent, a great serpent, and it is known as Jormungandr. If these monstrosities are planning to bring forth this creature into our plane of existence, then it is dire.
Well, speaking of this great serpent, have you managed to find this what do you call it? What's it called again?
Yomengander?
No, the what race? What race was Emma again?
Uh, wait, Elma?
Half orc and half what?
Half orc and half Goliath.
Oh, okay. Have you found this Goliath wielding a spear and a great sword yet? That great sword is important.
Oh, you're talking about Halfdan.
Yeah, half Dan.
It says, did you ask him to look for this person?
He asked the guards. So I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure the guard captain would know.
Mm-hmm. But yeah. But yeah. So no, we do not. Do you say that this weapon, this great sword, is key to summoning this creature?
I believe so.
Then that must be our top priority. We need to find this weapon. Now. I'll have my people work and try to find any leads. In the meantime, please work on your strategy and plan this out.
Okay. I may be powerful enough to wield the sword for good, because I know this is a powerful sword. But I may be able to be willed enough to wield it against this Ragnarok, this serpent.
For the time being, I have gathered all of the necessary people. We will have the first squad. Anyway, sorry. The other temple guards will be here momentarily. We will have this discussion, and we will then converge on the plan. And as he says that, the clerk comes in saying, "Sir, the head temple priests are here." And he says, "Send them in. We must speak quickly and urgently." "Yes, sir." And you see the priests coming in, and Adrian, you do see the same female priest and everything that was from that temple that was in the East Ward district with the deaths and everything.
Okay.
And she looks at you and says, "I hope your affliction isn't getting worse, dear warrior."
I've been managing.
And they all sit at a table, and the head priest of Apollo says, "Ladies, gentlemen, we are in a state of emergency. There is a cult of death and destruction within this very city.
Has he cast down a truth?
He's about to. Okay, he's about to. We even learnt that there are even spies amongst our own. We even believe that they even infiltrated the highest points of order. They might even be among us, which is why we will conduct a zone of truth test." As he casts a spell. And he then looks at you guys and begin your inquiry. I do not know what to look for in these deceptions.
Do any of them fail or save?
No, they willingly oblige to it.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you
Well,
working
then.
for this cult?
Which priest are you asking?
All of them.
They all say at a time, no. No, we are not. I am not. If they are working for if they are in my church, I will have them dead, says the head priest of Zeus. It says, we must be strategic about this. If they control the dead, as you say, head priest Apollo, we must be strategic. Indeed, we already have a plan to root out the worms and rot amongst our own. But we need the aid of your temples to do this. I know we have not always been at good terms with each other, but we must think of our people and the people
And the
within
fate
this
of the
town.
world.
And the world, as my compatriot here said. Will you help us? They all turn to each other. We will agree to work together against the common enemy, but as soon as that is done, we revert to our old terms. That is acceptable. Indeed, acceptable. Indeed. This will work out for now. And yes, these gentlemen have a plan in order. We will execute this plan tomorrow. Unless they wish to do it now, but it will be late, and we won't have enough supplies needing to do this attack you guys have.
Now, what do you think?
We should most likely start screening the people who will be performing the screenings now. The sooner we can confirm that the ones who will be casting the spells of Zone of Truth are working with the enemy, the better.
Indeed. We will begin doing it within our temples almost immediately.
You can also make sure that everyone who can cast the spell will have it prepared tomorrow.
Yes. Make sure you do that, and make sure you have your guards with you, and make sure you only have the people you trust. We would do it here, within the Temple of Apollo. They would think that we are simply meeting trying to make peace among our temples. Continue this charade until it is time. They all nod their heads, and they leave to go gather their people. And I would say that this is a good time to end the session. We didn't get into combat, which is, okay. None of you leveled up. But I will say that when next session happens, I would say that we're not going to go over the whole screening process, as you say. So I'll just give you a good amount of numbers of who were actual spies and who are not spies at when I give you guys in the game chat. Is that okay?
Yeah,
That's fine.
Yeah, because I kind of want to speed
yeah,
that
that'd take
up.
like hours.
Yeah, so I kind of want to speed this up. So I would just say, like, on the off chance of it, we'll do that. So yeah, so I'll end the session here, and I'll see you guys next session, which would be
Okay.
yeah, I don't know when, but yeah, ending the session.